This just into our newsroom this afternoon. A judge has found the suspect in a 2023 shooting spree that left 6 people dead, now competent to stand for trial. Shane James' next appearance in court will be on August 25th. He faces several charges, including capital murder, attempted capital murder, and aggravated assault. James is accused of killing his parents in their home in Bexar County before traveling to Austin and shooting 4 more people. Last fall, he was found to be incompetent to stand trial and was transferred to a state hospital in April for mental competency restoration.
Well, 6 days since floodwaters swept through Kerr County and cleanup crews are making progress. KXAN's Eric Henriksen spoke with survivors about not only that terrifying moment, but also hope for the community's future.
2 minutes or so that it took for us to get from our car to get my son and my wife up on top of that building. It was the scariest 90 to 120 seconds of my life.
David Fry's story has become an all too familiar one. On a family vacation on July 4th, Fry saw floodwaters rising. He quickly moved through the River End Resort, awaking family and strangers.
We just moved room to room, banging on doors. If a door was unlocked, we did not wait for a response. We went straight in.
The resort just a short distance upstream of tragedy at Camp Mystic. Fry and the other guests ran into a nearby building, climbing to the roof when they realized escape wasn't possible.
We probably lifted 12 to 15 people up onto that roof.
We're Texas, so we take care of each other.
Joe Garensway is living in the aftermath. The San Antonio native is among seniors in the Riverfront Park neighborhood. Their homes overlook the river and a pile of debris that over the last few days has been the site of recovery operations.
Everybody's a little traumatized, so I imagine if you're older, you probably are a little more so.
But amid tragedy, Joe says that he's witnessed a community coming together.
I think this thing even strengthened our desire to stay here and be here. You know, it kind of connected us. Tragedies have a way of doing that, you know.
And this community's been rocked and devastated, and they're going to need our love, our support, and our help for a long time to come.
In Kerr County, Eric Henriksen.
And online right now, the KXAN Data Hub has a map showing where all flash flood deaths have taken place in Central Texas to date. 6 counties are impacted, with most being in Kerr County. We're also tracking the number of people missing, and we have another special section on our website that's dedicated to the victims. You can find this all on KXAN.com.
A bridge in a hard-hit part of Travis County was damaged in the flooding and has been reduced to foot traffic only.
It's left a whole community trapped. KXAN's Grace Reeder has more.
This is one of the hardest hit parts of Travis County, and the bridge that I am walking on right now connects the community over here to town. It's the only way out of this community, and right now it is shut down only to foot traffic. That is why you see people shuttling equipment across this bridge. They're bringing water and food to their neighbors who right now are trapped.
This is the only way out. This is it. Yeah.
This bridge slammed by floods over the weekend, now unpassable by car, which means the people who live beyond it are stuck. Neighbors estimate there are a couple hundred people in that position.
It's just a bad situation, and I feel like it could be a little quicker, the response.
Travis County says this is a top priority, and short term they're working with the state to get a temporary crossing here.
Short term means as soon as possible. Ideally, we'd like for this to be a day or two, but I'm not going to guarantee a day or two because I don't want to overpromise.
Beyond that, Travis County says they'll work on medium and longer term solutions.
And when I say long term, I hope the community understands that we do mean long term. We need to evaluate the viability of the bridge and make certain that it is safe for the public.
Let's take these burritos over yonder, brother.
That's why volunteers are shuttling supplies across the bridge on foot, including water and food.
Anybody's hungry, we got some breakfast tacos.
I do know the people across, they feel trapped, and what we want is them to understand that we are here for them and we are here to support them.
Still, residents trapped like this one, hoping a way out comes sooner rather than later.
I know Travis County's got a lot of problems right now with other people, but this is kind of a unique problem. I mean, we can't move. We're trapped, so.
You can see just how high the water got here at Big Sandy Creek. The water rushed down this creek here and down the block. Homes moved off their foundations, cars still in trees at this hour. Reporting from Western Travis County, I'm Grace Reeder, KXAN News.
Heartache on a Kerrville ISD campus. The community came together for a service to honor beloved Tivy High School soccer coach and his wife who lost their lives in the devastating floods. KXAN's Brianna Hollis takes us to the Vigil for the Zunker family.
So we're about 2 miles away from the high school where a growing memorial is forming for those who have passed and those who are still missing. Photos of Reese Zunker and his wife Paula are up, and people packed the stadium to honor them.
We're here together as friends, as families, as strangers, as visitors.
It was one of a kind. It's definitely tough.
The folks at Kerrville ISD call Coach Reese Zunker a mentor, a teacher, a role model.
He fit right in and has a lot of people here that are dearly miss him. Everybody that was around him enjoyed being around him. He was a great father, great husband.
Zunker's fellow teacher and coach of the football and baseball team, Chris Russ, says everyone looked up to him, calling the family's death a loss to the entire community. He also addressed the full scope of the flood's devastation and how he believes the community will move forward.
It's devastating for sure, and you know, people see it in pictures and on video, but unless you go see it in person, it is just, it's heartbreaking. It really is. And Kerrville strong, Tivy strong, you know, and TF&D has been our motto for ever and ever. And so I think, you know, that's a way of life here, and I think the people will use that, and we'll go on, we'll rebuild.
In Kerrville, Brianna Hollis, KXAN News.
Thanks, Brianna, for bringing us this story, that memorial, that the flowers that you saw behind Brianna in the very top of her story. That is right in the heart of downtown Kerrville. You're looking at more video of what those are doing to pay respects, and it's from an artist behind it. They call it the Wall of Hope. He's from Florida and sets these up after natural disasters across the country, bringing in flowers, laminated photos, and then community members are just welcome to hang anything else that they want to on the wall to help remember those lives lost. What a bright spot in our morning to have you back, Kristen. I think our viewers have really missed you through this. So,
well, there was a growing memorial tonight in Kerrville to honor those killed and those still missing. It came together this afternoon. KXAN's Brianna Hollis joins us live near downtown Kerrville. And Bree, the artist behind this memorial, we understand, traveled here from Florida.
Yes, he did. And looking at this, we've been out here for an hour since we last talked to you at 9. It's already grown since, and so much about this is incredible. One thing in particular the artist said was that he wasn't expecting this to be this full until midnight, and it only took about an hour because so many people driving and walking by wanted to help put up the flowers, and we got a chance to talk to him before he started everything.
You hear of casualty counts and you hear of numbers, and it kind of desensitizes you towards how much pain and suffering is behind each of those casualty counts. So I think looking at the pictures of each individual person and thinking that there's a family suffering behind each of those pictures really brings home the feeling of honoring the people that were lost, of thinking of their legacy, and of really giving you an appreciation for the people that you have in your life that you also love.
We met the artist behind the Wall of Hope, Leo Soto, as he transferred boxes and boxes of flowers, all of them donated to the memorial site. At the site itself, the construction immediately became a team effort.
So essentially, the most important thing is to surround the pictures so they feel free to add as many flowers as you like.
Soto says the collaboration is the whole point.
I'm kind of like giving them the paintbrush per se, and then they choose to add the flowers to wherever.
To get all of these photos, Soto says he poured through confirmed reports of those killed or missing, printing out a picture of each person he could find.
Organically, you'll have little kids like adding drawings, and you'll have artists that come by and they add like their artworks that they made expressing their pain. So it really becomes its own thing. I think the really powerful part is that they see their picture of their loved ones surrounded with flowers, and it's the very first moment where they get to like exhale.
And something touching the artist told us in the last hour is that he saw some children put some homemade drawings up here. He's going to go ahead and take those pictures and laminate them to bring them back tomorrow. Daniel.
All right, Brianna Hollis live for us. Thank you very much. Cross Tracks United Methodist Church in Liberty Hill hosted a prayer vigil tonight. They also used green lighting to honor the lives lost at Camp Mystic. Green is the camp's